Hello! Welcome to another episode of the Expat Adventure. I am Can You Dig It? And this is the cat.
Meow.
We are still in Valle. We like it here.
We like it a lot.
We like it a lot. We may never leave.
Well, we're gonna have to go get our crap from David.
Yeah, we still got stuff in David. That's like 6 hours away or something, but
Gross.
Yeah, but we like it here. Yeah. When we first started looking into this place, when we preliminary research showed a lot of real estate that was sort of out of our price range, but it's very pretty, so we might just make it work. So we've gotten the impression from talking to people and doing some research online that in Valle there are a lot of wealthy Panamanians that have a second house here and spend weekends here.
The doctors and the lawyers and that kind of crap that work and live in Panama City, this is where their country homes are.
This is where the country homes are. So they come out here when they punch out on Friday and spend the weekend out here, which makes sense.
I would too.
Yeah. So we also get that impression by driving through town on a Sunday. Yeah.
It was as close to gridlock as we've seen here.
Yeah. The traffic is kind of light and manageable during the week, and then on weekends everything seems to lock up. It's pretty busy on weekends. So. Yeah, it's busy on weekends.
We're about 2 hours away from Panama City, so anything we might need that we can't find in town should only be 2 hours away, because if you can get it in Panama, you can get it in Panama City.
That's true, and we would be taking the bus, if possible. I like the bus. It's like a roller coaster. So we just went through the Valley of the Square Trees. If you come here and you're expecting to be dumbfounded and awestruck by an abundance of square trees, that's not the case. There's like 4 or 5 trees where you'd say, well, that's kind of square at the bottom. That's odd. And that's about it. It's a nice walk, but they're charging $4 a head to come here. There are plenty of other places to take a nice walk in the woods around here. So yeah, if you're hell-bent on seeing the square trees, go around the hotel, up the road, turn right, park on the side of the road, and there's a place you can just go through the fences down and get to the trail. So do that. They don't need $4 a person. Yeah, nice. It's a nice walk. It's a nice walk. Yeah, but
We've seen better.
yeah, square trees. There's a couple of them. It's kind of strange. Meh. I'm underwhelmed. This is the most impressive tree that I saw in Árboles Cuadrados. It's pretty far from square, but I've never seen a tree like it. Hello! So we are still exploring Valle, and we have been looking at real estate. We really like this area. Our tour of Panama maybe just about over. It looks like maybe, what is it, Altos del Maria might be a nice place to be. And what is it, Cerro Azul?
Cerro Azul.
That was recommended to us. Those are places that we might check out, but
We aren't going to be able to bike ride there.
not that we know of. But we really like it here. We really like it here. So we're sort of focused on real estate in this area. A couple of days ago, we took a tour of the town and the real estate with a guy named Tony Lim. Hell of a nice guy, 68 years old Chinese guy. Really, really, really big sweetheart.
Known to basically everybody in town.
Right. Yeah. 68, full of energy.
He went horseback riding before he took us out to see real estate.
Right. Yeah, it looked like his schedule was already full and we wanted to reschedule. No, he likes to keep his schedule full.
He likes to stay busy.
Yeah, he's that kind of guy. But yeah, from what he showed us and what he had to say, he sort of made it sound like our best option for our current finances is to buy land here and build a house on it. And in doing so, if we buy land in town, it would be something like half an acre. And he said a house could be built in about 6 months. We have trouble believing that. We've never built a house from scratch before. Fixer-uppers we can do. That we're comfortable with. But, for the permits and all of the legal stuff, that stuff we're not familiar with. And to do so in a foreign country makes it a little bit more uncertain. Unsettling. And in Panama, when you hear the word tomorrow, that could mean next week. And when you hear next week, that could mean 2 months from now. So when somebody says 6 months, we don't know how many years that is in Panama time. So,
for example, my driver's license, 2 weeks. It's been 4 months.
4 months?
Still don't have it. Waiting on appointments.
Right.
With part of the Panamanian government.
Right. So 2 weeks means 4 months in that case. So 6 months, we don't know if we'll have a house before we die. So, yeah, we'd rather not rely on Panamanian timelines. So that was that day was a little bit discouraging for us, but we started exploring those options anyway. Tony Lim also said you really don't want to have property outside of town. From here to here, you don't want to go out and you don't want to have property out in those places. The outside of town is full of local Panamanians. Maybe he doesn't want to live out there. More barking dogs, maybe some more loud music. We don't know, but it looks like real estate prices just outside of town are more reasonable. But in town, it's at a premium. And part of the reason for that is that, it's a great weekend. It's a great place for a weekend house for a lot of wealthy Panamanians. But it's also a crater. Okay, and that means you can't just expand. That means there's a limited supply of real estate in this area.
It's like oceanfront property.
Right.
There's only so many meters of it available.
And it's kind of hard to make more of it. So that's what we're stuck with. But we went out again with somebody else who is not a real estate agent to look at other things. And that was yesterday, and that was a bit more encouraging. So we're figuring it out. This is the market in the center of town in El Valle. This is what it looks like in the morning on a weekday. Gets a little more busy in the afternoons, and it is packed on the weekends. So yeah, we are still in Valle. We're going to be here for a while. We just made arrangements to stay here for the next 4 months. We're going to look around. We're about waist deep in a search for real estate in this area. And that is, it's tricky. But we're figuring it out. And we will give you updates as we go along. So join us next time on the next episode of the Expat Adventure. I am Can You Dig It? And this is the cat.
Meow.
Signing off. We will leave you with some footage of the Chinese New Year's celebration in Valle. There is a strong presence of Chinese people and Chinese culture apparently in every city in Panama.